Hello, Internetians. My name is Josh, aka Ultra Player, your coach of the New York Metagross, welcoming you back to MLP. If you have not seen my IBL or my P4G content, you know that my computer did die for a little while, and that is also why those videos were late, and that's why this video is late, and that's why this is 3 videos in one, among other reasons. And someone just added me in Discord, and let me get rid of that. So anyway, just real quick, I missed this battle on my computer. I had to do it on mobile because Jesus Christ. I had to do this battle on mobile just because of not having my computer. My computer's dead. I got my computer back before I had my second battle, which you're going to see because I'm doing all 3 of these battles at once. And my second battle, my OBS was not working, and I couldn't get to work because I was needing to go to work, so I didn't have time to fix it. And then my third battle, I don't remember. So anyway, with that, let me just jump right in. My first battle is going to be going against Dallas Rapidash and Coach 377. His team consists of Jirachi, Zygote 50%, Primarina, Scolipede, Z Thunderous T, Terrakion, Z Kamala, Mega Sableye, and Z Pignite. So, Baton Pass, Offense, Scary Threats, etc., etc. You can see the 6 months he brought. So he didn't bring Kamala, Pignite, or Terrakion. Honestly, I was not very surprised to not see any of those. Real quick, we are bringing an offensive Whimsicott with Pixie Plate. Moonblast, U-Turn, Lead Seed, and Encore. I'm bringing this. He has no, good fairy resist outside of Jirachi. And Encore just helps lock stuff down. Lead Seed, good for recovery. I think I'm bringing a really offensive team, kind of. Anyway, I have a Choice Scarf, Keldeo, Scald, Aqua Jet, Secret Sword, and Icy Wind. It's max speed, max special attack. I think I have I have 248 special attack and 8 HP for some reason. Subroost Curon with Ice Beam and Earth Power, which is ridiculously EV'd. It's basically EV'd to not let certain mons break my sub. Basically, non-offensive Scolipede, Volt Switch from Thunderous, anything from Sableye, etc. It has a little bit of speed and it's a lot of special attack with Modest. We have Porygon 2, which is a Violet, obviously. It has Recover, Ice Beam, Foul Play, and Thunder Wave, and it's mixed defensive. Then I have a Victini, which is Assault Vest, and has V-Create, Glaciate, Dazzling Gleaming, U-Turn. It is has a lot of speed. Oh no. It has a lot of speed, and then some special attack, a little bit of HP, and a little bit of attack. And then finally we have Palisand, which is Leftovers. It has Earth Power, Skill Swap, Hidden Power Ice, and Shore Up. My idea behind this was get rid of the speed boost on Scolipede, or get rid of just virtually anything, really. Anyway, so with that, it was mainly for speed boost and magic bounce, but it was there. So anyway, that is, by the way, mixed defensive. It's 52 bold and then 172 split def. So anyway, let's get into this game. I don't remember what I led. I don't remember anything. I believe I led with my Victini as he leads Sableye. I do, and I want to scout this damage. We're going to go slow. I want to scout the damage. I'm EV to 2 KO, I believe. A Sableye, if it's not fully physically defensive, which he is, which tells me he's probably Calm Mind, and he just recovers to scout the damage on me. So I'm going to go for the U-turn, and I'm going to go out to something that can beat this a lot more reliably, which aka is my Whimsicott. He's going to go for knockoff. That tells me he's not Calm Mind, so he's just physically defensive. I lose my Pixie Plate, which sucks. However, Moonblast is just relatively free here, which makes me think he's not going to stay in. So I'm going to go for the Lead Seed. I kind of predicted the Rachi there, which is fine. So here I'm going to switch out to my Porygon 2 to predicting the Volt Absorb, or predicting the Volt Switch so I can get Volt Absorb. I have Trace. He's going to go for knockoff as I go into my Porygon 2. I don't want to get my Violet knocked off, so I switch out. And here I go for Moonblast. I am offensive, so this is going to do a lot of damage. And he goes for the Will-O-Wisp. So that's very nice. This annoying little thing is now virtually dead. He can switch out to his Jirachi if he wants to. I'm not risking him going for a Recover and predicting me to go for Lead Seed. So I will to go for Moonblast. And here I believe I go hard into Victini because I did not want to get Choice Scarf Iron Headed. As he actually goes for Zen Headbutt. and he misses, which kind of sucks. But I think he's defensive, and also I'm a Victini. So here I'm gonna go for the V-Create, not screwing around with Jirachi as he goes into Zygarde, revealing that is his designated switch in. Just 22%, but I'm not infested, so there's that. Here he goes for 1,000 arrows. I knew I could take this on with my Porygon 2. I think he was physically defensive. That's the only reason why I did 22, even though I was bulky. I'm going to fire off an Ice Beam. I got to make this really slow. So I'm going to fire off an Ice Beam there. I'll just make it. Mainly because it's a Zygarde, of course, and I believe I straight up Oko if it's offensive. I'm basically just trying to whittle down his team and see what's how my win cons are going to flesh out. It's looking like if I can reliably get behind a sub, I might do some work. And I'm also trying to keep myself in a position to where I don't let Scolipede in, or I'm easily allowed to go out to something that can stop Scolipede, because once Baton Pass goes, I'm in a bad spot, especially if that Primarina is Specs. If he gets his Specs Primarina in, I'm in a bad spot. So anyway, here he goes into this. I believe I just switch into either that or go for... Okay, so I go for Thunder Wave. I was either going for Thunder Wave or Foul Play. And it misses, which sucks, but it ends up not mattering unless he would have gotten a full para. He gets his Recover off, which is sad, boys. And I get my Whimsicott in. And I'm just freely able to fire off a Leech Seed, which misses, which sucks, but whatever. Moonblast could have been really good if he stayed in. However, I was pretty confident he wasn't going to stay in. Here, I'm going to go to my Victini once again. I want to always go out to something that prevents Scolipede from coming in. And V-Create will help me with that. So here, I'm going to click Glaciate, predicting the Zygarde. He showed that Zygarde was his initial switch-in, so I'm going to go Glaciate, and I'm going to pop the Yache Berry. However, because he's Yache Berry, he's not Scarf, and now he's slower than me, guaranteed. I'm going to fire off another Glaciate, and I'm going to finish off this Zygarde. It seemed he was EV to live too, which is interesting. However, he's going to go into this now. And he's going to go for Protect as I go for V-Create. And that is not good. I'm going to go, I believe I fire off a V-Create or two. Yeah, so I'm going to fire off a V-Create or two. And I'm eventually going to go hard into my Whimsicott to stop this. Because, no, this is This is very bad. If he gets this into Primarina, he might be able to just beat me 1v1. So here, I'm going to go into my Whimsicott, predicting not a Poison Jab, and I'm going to Encore him into Protect. And, yeah, I'm basically going to stop this thing from doing anything. So he can go for Protect again, and it's going to fail. And I don't remember what I do here, so let's find out together. Okay, so, Protect. Again, and here I'm going to go for Leech Seed. And I'm going to hopefully get some recovery back. He's going to fail to Protect. I believe I go for Leech Seed, yep, and I can start getting some HP back to mitigate that burn because I do not have any other recovery. So here he's going to lose the Encore, however, I'm going to put him right back into it. I am never going to let him to Baton Pass because once he Baton Passes, I'm basically in a very, very bad spot. Mainly Zygarde was the one thing I was afraid of him Baton Passing to, but that's dead now. So he's going to hard into the Jirachi. Whew. I'm going to go into my Victini on that turn. I knew he was eventually going to switch out. He goes for Iron Head, and he gets a flinch, but I don't believe he continues to get them. Eventually, I'm going to break free. He crits here, and I'm going to go for the V-Create, and I'm going to kill this Jirachi. Another big threat to my team is now dead. And I believe here he is going to go out into his Scolipede once again. And he's going to Poison Jab this time. I was not going to go hard into Whimsicott that time because it would have been a bad play. It would have been a choke, to be honest. And here I go to my Palisand. And I can skill swap away the speed boost, and then he's not too fast. So I'm going to go for skill swap. It's going to give him water compaction. I'm going to have speed boost. And I didn't really think about how speed boost was going, how fast I was going to be on this next turn. Because he goes into Primarina. And I stay in thinking I'm going to be faster than him. I can break his sub, or I can get some damage off with Earth Power. Because I'm at +2 speed. I didn't think he'd be faster, but I didn't calculate because I was on immobile. So, whoops, on my part. However, here I'm going to go into my Whimsicott and I'm going to Encore him into that. Because I want to whittle this thing down Or I could, I had multiple plays at this point. I could have gone out to Keldeo. And I could have started, like, chipping it out his team. Which, Keldeo, depending on what I go for, and I believe I go for Secret Sword, if I could have gotten enough damage off on him as fast as possible with Lee Seed plus Secret Sword, it would have brought in Sableye, and then I would have gone into Kyurem and stepped up and won. However, that's not what happened. And here I go into Porygon 2 as a pivot, maybe trying to sack, and then that's when I realized he's not, like, super offensive like he could be. Like a wall-breaking offensive. He wasn't scary offensive, what I mean. He wasn't breaking through my Porygon 2. So here, I'm going to go for Recover. I know I'd beat this thing 1v1. Don't ask why I went to Keldeo, because even I don't know. So here, he's going to Volt Switch, and he's going to go into a Sableye. And at this point, in my head, it is time to just about end this. I freeze him with Ice Beam. And this really sucks. However, whether I froze him or not, the next play I made was going to be the same thing. And that is go into Kyurem. The only thing that he could have done to prevent that was go into Primarina, which would have just, I would have stayed in on, because I'm a Porygon 2. I take nothing from his attacks, and I can beat him 1v1, even though my best attack to hit him was Ice Beam and or Foul Play. I would have still beat him 1v1. The only things that would have threatened me, the only things he could have else gone out to was Scolipede, which I believe my Kyurem sub is not broken by Poison Jab, unless it's max attack. Or the Thunderous, which probably would have Volt Switched out because I'm a Kyurem. And Volt Switch does not break my sub, although he would have been faster and I would have a free sub anyway. So just about no matter what, I would have gotten my Kyurem in here. And like I said, I am Sub Roost. So I'm going to go for that sub. Even if he thawed and he clicked knockoff, it wouldn't have broke. Shadow Ball would not have broke. Nothing would have broke my sub. So here I'm going to go for Ice Beam. And I'm going to finish this thing off. And tired. He's going to go into Thunderous, and he's going to go for Volt Switch. However, my sub is specifically made to not have that break it, and I am going to go here for the Ice Beam. And immediately afterwards, I'm going to go, I believe, for another one, because I see that it does 25%. And no, I have to go for Earth Power. Smart play. And I'm going to kill this Primarina. And now he goes out into his Thunderous Therian, I believe. Goes into Scolipede. And he's going to go for Poison Jab, however, or go for it to Protect, just to get extra speed boost. However, my play is always Ice Beam. I believe it kills Thunderous or Scolipede from this range because I am 172 modest, and it will definitely kill Thunderous from this range. And he breaks my sub with Poison Jab, but it was already weakened, so Ice Beam is going to finish that off, and I live a Focus Blast. I believe even a crit Focus Blast from this Thunderous right now. However, he goes for Thunderbolt. It's not going to do enough. And I'm going to Ice Beam, and that is going to be GG versus the Dallas Rapidash, coached by Rage. The freeze was really unfortunate. However, like I said, I'm positive it didn't matter. So at this point, let me just go ahead and say that at this point, I made a transaction. I traded my Z-Crystal Mons. I changed them around. So instead of Victini, Skuntank, and Shellman, I now have Whimsicott and Keldeo as my Z-Mon users. And we're going to see the immediate use for this. So I'm facing off against Zach and the Cleveland Browns. And let's see here. This was an intense match. So a little bit of backstory about me and Zach. Except in a mock that I had, I did a mock for him. He's never beaten me in League format. So you know I got to make sure that stays. His team is Mega Gallade, Togekiss, Magnezone, Donphan, Tentacool, Z Dragonite, Miltank, Z Sneasel, Acelgor, Simisear, and Cradily. So, he has no switch-ins to Keldeo. Skull, Secret Sword, Hyper Beam, and Icy Wind. Very good against the team. I have Morelium Z, Hyper Beam just to break down Tentacool. And his team is very slow. He has this large speed gap between a offensive 80 and a defensive, or like he has like defensive base 100s. But then he has this large speed gap from 80 to 104. And then after that, Mega Gallade 110. I'm not worried about Simisear too much. I have checks to it. So if he brings a max speed to Simisear, he will outspeed some of my threats. However, not too worried. Keldeo, outspeed Dragonite, max special attack modest, breaks his team. Whimsicott, some HP. I don't remember what this was for. I believe it's just enough special attack to do stuff. Moonblast, Empower Ground, Encore, and U-Turn. Encore just because Encore. Boo Blast. Woo. Really nice, really nice against his team. He has 3 resists being Tentacruel, Magnezone, and Simisear, all weak to ground. That's why I Finn Power Ground. This team is all built around Victini. It's a Scarf Special Victini made to sweep late game. So everything I want to break down Tentacruel, I want to break down Simisear a little bit, I want to weaken Gallade, Miltank, etc. Encore and U-turn, because Encore is the best move on this entire draft. With Mega Aerodactyl, a very fast Mega Aerodactyl for a +1 Dragonite, Stone Edge, Wing Attack, Home Claws, and Roost. Helps me beat Miltank 1v1. Then I have Choice Scarf Victini, like I said, special over Dragonite, Blue Flare, Glaciate, U-turn, and Focus Blast. Move of death, but I still need it because I might be able to break down Miltank and then sweep late game with Blue Flare. Then I have a physically defensive Colberry, Mesprit with Zen Headbutt, Soft Rock, U-turn, and Healing Wish. It's my main switch into Gallade, and I'm faster than I'm offensive Donphan, I believe, or something. Max special attack, Modest, Magnezone specifically. And then I have a mixed defensive Porygon 2 with Recover, Tri Attack, Ice Beam, Reflect. His scariest offensive threats to me are defensive, physically offensive. So that's why I have Reflect. Anyway, and I have Analytic because I don't really want Trace. There's nothing I really feel like I need to Trace on this team. Except maybe Multiscale, but like, eh. So I basically just went with Analytic download. He also has a lot of mons that will be more physically bulky, or more specially bulky than physically bulky. So I don't see myself getting a lot of special attack boost, so I just have Analytic. I'm going to be going slower last anyway. Anyway, he brings the Sneasel, the Tentacruel, the Miltank, the Mega Gallade, the Togekiss, and the Simisear. So basically everything expected except I kind of was like Dragonite or Selgor over the Simisear. Anyway, here I'm going to lead off with my Victini, the Choice Scarf, and it's faster than everything on the team except for a Choice Scarf Sneasel. Here I'm going to switch out, predicting this to be a Choice Scarf Sneasel, and I'm going to be very afraid of it. I'm going to go into my Keldeo, which is my main switch into this thing. And I don't see an item, and that kind of scares me. And the damage tells me that he is not Choice Banded, so I'm still like, I think that's what I calc. Let me check. Keldeo versus Sneasel. Yeah, what I calced was not Choice Banded. I believe he ended up being a Violite or Z-Crystal. So anyway, I'm going to Scald and I'm going to burn the Tentacruel, and then I'm going to switch out because he's not in range of Breakneck Blitz. I'm going to Scald again to put him in range of Breakneck Blitz because I predict I can take a Sludge Wave, and if he goes for T-Spikes, it's annoying because I don't have Defog. And you're going to see this T-Spikes are really annoying. However, next turn I'm going to go for Breakneck Blitz and I'm going to kill the Tentacruel, which is one of his 2 main stops to the Victini. So here, I am going to, he's going to go to his Gallade, and I'm going to go to my Mesprit because it's my main counter. I don't really care what he goes for. He ends up going for Close Combat. I really wanted to go for Zen Headbutt here, predicting knockoff, because everyone stays in on the first turn of a Rocker. However, I ended up just going for my Stealth Rocks. Stealth Rocks were really nice for this team, and just did a lot of work. Here, I believe I'm going to go for U-turn, because I know now he's not going to stay in. And I get Rocky Helmet chip damage off my Mesprit from the Miltank. And we go to my Keldeo. I'm modest, I have Secret Sword. Something is not going to appreciate this attack. And I believe I'm actually going to go for Scald first. Yes. Because I could have burned the Miltank and I could have catched the Togekiss on the way in. And I believe I'm going to switch out being afraid of this thing into my Mega Aerodactyl. This is my main switch into the Togekiss. I take any 2 Scarf attacks. And I take any Specs attack after rocks. So, he can go for Air Slash. That tells me he is definitely offensive as hell. And I believe I'm going to Home Claws up so I can beat the Miltank 1v1. As he goes for another Air Slash. I'm faster than him, so I don't have to worry about Air Slash switches. I'm also faster than a Scarf variant, so there's that. He can go for it again here, and I believe here I'm going to go for the Stone Edge because it kits everything on his team. Actually, I go for a second Home Claws. Wow, I will go for a second Home Claws. I go for Roost. Okay. If I went for Stone Edge there, this would have happened. So he Scarfs Simisear with Will-O-Wisp, which is fabulous prep on his part. Absolutely amazing prep on his part. I kill the Simisear, and he goes into Miltank, which is really bad. So here I'm going to go for the Home Claws again, trying to be as bulky as possible so I can beat this thing 1v1. He goes for Milk Drink, or be as offensive as possible so I can beat the thing 1v1. So anyway, he goes out to Sneasel here, as I Home Claw the 3rd time. And then I got scared. I hung gloves up 3 times. I set up 3 times. I'm about to pull a chase. I'm about to pull a Crimson Sea Bat. I'm setting up 3 times, and then I'm going to switch out because I'm afraid this thing is Scarf Isaac will crash. So I'm going to go into my Mesprit to sack it as he goes for Ice Shard, which then tells me that he is not. Yeah, and then the follow-up tells me he's not Choice Scarf. He's probably a Violet. So, really unfortunate on my part. Here I'm going to go into my Victini. I'm going to click Blue Flare, and I'm going to miss again. There's something wrong with fucking Victory Star, because I miss again. And now my Victini, my Wincon, is now dead. I'm on a very bad back foot. And I miss again! My Aerodactyl's burned. My Victini is almost dead. It now dies to poison. My Keldeo is poisoned. I have Toxic Spike on my side of the field. Everything's going to be poisoned. It's just not very good. So I'm in a bad spot. I go into my Whimsicott because it's overall the best switch person to go into. And I'm going to go for U-turn because I know I don't kill this thing with a Moonblast. And I need some damage off on it. So I'm going to go out into my Porygon 2. Porygon 2 is not really going to do anything at this point. I might be able to get a Reflect, but unfortunately that's not going to happen. He's going to kill me in close combat. So Porygon 2 dies. However, I was trying to force close combat because now, with that Spadef drop, he is in range of a Moonblast. So I'm going to go back out into my Whimsicott. And I'm going to go for the, I believe I go for U-turn. Oh, no, I'll go for Moonblast. Okay. And then on the next turn, I believe I go for a U-turn into my Keldeo, because my Keldeo also basically, alright, good for me for Moonblasting earlier. He's Housing Tosses, get some damage off. However, now that he's not attacked me, I will stay in, definitely, and I will Moonblast. So that dies. However, he can go back out into his Gallade or his Sneasel. Either will threaten me. Sneasel will threaten me with the Ice Shard. Gallade will threaten me by being bulky enough to take a Moonblast. I'm going to go to my Keldeo, because I can take a hit. I knew this double was coming. Like, I knew it was coming 100%, and I knew there's not a damn thing I could do about it. However, if Caesar wasn't there, this game would be already over. I knew that double was coming, and on this turn, I was like, he should go for Zen Headbutt, and I can go to my Aerodactyl, I can live the Zen Headbutt, and I can Aerial Ace it, and I can either weaken this, or I can weaken the Sneasel. But I also knew that close combat was coming, because I was positive there was going to be close combat, not a Zen Headbutt. And here you're going to see that he's going to go for the close combat, which is fine. But now, once again, he's weakened. I'm going to go out, and at this point, he's running out of sacks. He now has either Gallade or Sneasel that has to go down to this Moonblast. He's going to choose his Sneasel, and he's going to come back out with Gallade. Depending on what bulk he has, if he has a little bit of bulk, he is definitely out of range of Moonblast, or it's like a very good roll in his favor. However, I still have 1 sack left. All he has to do is click Zen Headbutt and not have the defenses dropped. I'm going to go for U-turn. Get that tiny itty-bitty chip damage off on him and put him finally in range of my Moonblast, especially now that he close combats. And then I'm going to go out into my Whimsicott one more time. He goes for Shadow Sneak, which scared the hell out of me, and I'm going to go for Moonblast, and I'm going to finish off this Gallade, and we are just going to narrowly escape this battle with a 1-0 win, and that is going to put us, I believe, at 4-4. So, one more battle. Well, this video is now going up after I have that battle, because I forgot that I had that team showing, and that you would see that. So you won't see this video until after I face the Bidoof. Whoopsie. Anyway, we're going against Portland Plus, coached by Cody. Cody's team, also super threatening. So you can just see the mod that he has and know that this is a threatening team. He has Mega Mawile, Z Hydreigon, Necrozma, Amoonguss, Zapdos, Z Talonflame, Lycanroc Dusk, Sock, Golurk, and Blastoise. He brings those 6. Nothing too surprising. No Zapdos was nice. No Talonflame was kind of cool. And no Sock was really nice to see. So anyway, I have this team. So this team is largely centered around the fact that I don't have a single switch into Mawile. Mawile is a gigantic offensive threat, and it just rapes me. However, I am specifically made my team to be able to take it on. All five of these members can outspeed a Jolly Mawile, while Porygon 2 can outspeed an Adamant Mawile. Even after V-Create, I outspeed a Mawile. I am so concerned about this Mawile. Everything has to be able to be faster than it. And I also have Skill Swap. Imagine he switches in, imagine for any reason I can Skill Swap away his huge power onto my Victini and have a +2 V-Create going off on his team. I'd die. I'd shoot myself. I'd shit myself, actually. And so we have Colbur Berry Victini, also helps with the Hydreigon. I have Mega Aerodactyl, which is super bulky and super offensive and super fast because it's Aerodactyl. I believe this is faster than everything on his team, which would be, it's not faster than Talonflame, but it is faster than something Talonflame speed creeping my Whimsicott, so that's cool. Earthquake, Stone Edge, Wing Attack, and Roost. Porygon 2, like I said, faster than an Adamant Mawile, rest in physical bulk, recover, Tri Attack, and power ground, and Ice Beam. And Download. Download gives me special attack boost against a large majority of his team, especially Mawile. So that's nice. And then Whimsicott, I have Sub, Leech Seed, Moonblast, and Worry Seed. Worry Seed gets rid of the huge power, of course. And Sub Seed just completely destroys him outside of a Moongus. Skuntank, Fire Blast, Punishment, Play Rough, and Dark Pulse. This helps me with Necrozma. Like I said, version of Necrozma, and it's just bulky in general and faster than, Mawile. And then, it's faster than Mawile. And then I have Zen Headbutt, Skill Swap, Fire Punch, and Stealth Rock with the Safety Goggles so I can switch it on Spores. So I'm going to, let's start this game. I'm going to lead with my Porygon 2, I believe. I'm going to lead with my Victini, because it's a immediate threat against the team. And I'm going to go into my Porygon 2, and I see Stealth Rock, and this is on fast, or normal. So, I see Stealth Rock on this thing, which is going to tell me that he is, less likely to be super kill me in the butt offensive, which is very nice because this was probably the second biggest offensive threat to my entire team, in my opinion. So anyway, I have HP ground, and I'm going to go for it. I have a special attack boost, and he's going to go harder than Mawile. Y'all. Ugh! Oh, that felt so good in my soul when that happened in the battle. Oh my god, I felt so good. I felt so good when that happened. That was just amazing that Mawile just died, because now I don't have to worry about it for the rest of the game. He goes into Moongus. I go for Ice Beam because I can get off a lot of damage unless he's Spadef. And I freeze him. Oh, I freezed him. I'm A-Drive, y'all. It's so... I keep freezing everyone. Why? Why do I keep freezing everyone? Why do I keep freezing everyone? Not fun. It makes me sad. And I tell him we can restart. I'm tired of freezing everyone. And he doesn't understand that freezing is a 10% thaw chance, and he thinks it's a 50, so he stays in. He's like, no, it's okay. And I was just so... But anyway, I'm going to Ice Beam again, because this is the biggest threat to my Whimsicott, which afterwards just 6-0s him. So he switches out into his Blastoise, and I go for a Tri Attack, because it would kill, and it would do damage to the next one. If that would have frozen, I would have just shot myself. So I'm going to go out into my best friend on this Blastoise. He's going to go for Roar. I was like, okay, well, fine. And I get my Skuntank in. I'm like, need this for Hydreigon. And the Necrozma. So he can go for Scald, because I would too. I mean, it's a really good defensive check to his team. So I'm going to get my Mesprit in, and I'm going to go for Stealth Rock. I want to see if he has Rapid Spin. He has Rest, he has Rapid Spin, he has Scald. Which means his last move is either Sleep Talk or Rapid Spin. Or he has Scald, Roar, and then, so it's one of those last two things as his last move. You can see Sleep Talk. I've not seen an item yet, so that tells me that without a doubt, his item is Wukong Berry. I have a Victini. He has no switch-ins. It's Wacomberry. I'm going to miss Leech Seed, which sucks. However, I believe here he's going to get sleep talk the rest, unfortunately. And here I'm going to go for the Leech Seed once again. I'm going to go for Moonblast, predicting Moongift so I can 2 KO him. And he goes for Roar. If I can get rid of a Moongift, I Subseed and win. He gets in Terror, which sucks. And I'm going to go back to my Mesprit because at this point I can just sack it. It's done its job. It's got no rocks. He doesn't have a defogger, and if he does, it's Hydreigon, which is likely Scarfed. I'm going to go for Zen Headbutt just to get a tiny itty bitty chip of damn damage off on him. And if I flinched in there, it didn't matter because I would have died to burn anyway. And Blastoise would have gotten the kill anyway, so. Whimsicott comes in. He goes into Moongift. I don't believe I Moonblast this time. Yeah, I Leech Seed. And I'm going to just start trying to... I'm actually going to switch out. I'm not going to risk him unthawing. Like, it's scummy to take advantage of it, but, like, it's the game. So he does unthaw, actually. And he goes for Clear Smog, so the good thing I switched out. So Moongift's back in the game at about 50%. And I'm actually going to V-Create. Because I don't care if he goes into Blastoise. So it actually just dies. Which is nice. Because now Whimsicott wins. I'm going to go out to my Porygon 2 on this Lycanroc. And to give Stone Edge. This does nothing. He's definitely not offensive. Well, he's probably max attack, but he's not Life Orb, which is great. So he's going to go out to Gangbang here. I am going to go for the Recover, keep my Porygon 2 as healthy as possible. It's my best defensive check against his team. And Tri Attack is going to do a lot of damage. So here he's going to rest. And I believe I'm going to keep Tri-Attacking. Or I'm going to go into Whimsicott. One of those two things I knew was coming. As long as he doesn't get Roar here, I get a Leech Seed. And I might be able to start doing some stuff. He gets Scald. He doesn't get the burn. Unfortunate. However, Leech Seed is now going to go up. And I'm going to start being able to beat basically his entire team 1v1 with this Whimsicott. The only thing that can stop me is a Hydreigon. Scarf Hydreigon with Flash Cannon. But however, I do eat 1. And I'll be able to Leech Seed that or Moonblast it. And I would definitely kill that after Rocks. So, just going to start Moonblasting. I have Leech Seed. He's going to go for Roar. Get rid of me. I'm going to get out my Victini. And I'm going to get some Leech Seed recovery. He is not in range of a Bolt Strike after the Wacomberry. So I'm going to go for the U-turn. Don't want to get scalded and lose that because I can still click V-Create. And basically weaken something. Here I go back into my Whimsicott. My Whimsicott for these 3 games are just absolutely phenomenal. It is just beating basically everyone 1v1. People with no Fairy Resist, people with no way to be dealing with Leech Seed, especially since he's not Rapid Spin. This Blastoise probably would have stalled out my entire team if it was Rapid Spin. However, it's not, so it's lit. So we're just going to be playing this game a little bit. I want to get some Moonblast. He's going to get, I believe, Scald here. Or Rest. Yeah. Whew. And then after that Leech Seed recovery, I am now going to pick up a kill with my Moonblast. And the Blastoise dies, which is very nice. So here he goes out into Necrozma. And I was like, I'm going to Leech Seed this because get some chip recovery. I don't think he knocks me out with anything unless it's Heat Wave. Unless it's Life Orb Photon Geyser. So that's going to knock me out, which is really bad. However, I have Victini. I'm faster than this because I know it's Life Orb. I'm going to click V-Create, and I'm going to pick up a kill right now. I'm going to go for V-Create. That does 1,000,000% damage, and unfortunately, I'm not going to pick up a kill, unfortunately, because it barely lives. And he's going to pick me off with the Stone Edge. So no kills for Victini. Unfortunate. However, I'm going to go into Porygon 2, and I'm going to get the download, and I'm going to go for the Tri-Attack, and I'm going to kill this. Anyway, so that dies. Looking pretty decent. I have to be careful for Scarf Hydreigon. He goes onto this. He goes for Life Orb Photon Geyser. I don't believe it kills. It does 49. And I believe I go for a +1 Tri-Attack, which is going to put him in range of Life Orb. So here I'm going to... he's going to save his Necrozma, which, by the way, is a very good play. And the fact that he does that tells me one thing about this Hydreigon, that is choice in some fashion, likely Scarfed. Because he is saving it so he can switch up moves later. So I'm going to go for Ice Beam. It would have killed the Necrozma, and he would have killed me anyway. And if he went out to Hydreigon like I kind of predicted, it would have hit that thing very hard. I'm going to go to Skuntank, and I'm going to click play rough because I don't believe he's in range of Dark Pulse yet. And it's not going to do anything. However, now that he comes back in, he now has to Dark Pulse Lynch me. Or Drago crit me, I believe, to win. He goes for the Drago crits. He does not get it. Even a crit would not kill me with that roll. And I'm going to go for Dark Pulse, and I'm going to kill this Hydreigon. And that is going to be a 2-0 win in my favor. And we win 3 games in a row. We are now 5-4. I believe we are number 2 in our division. And we are looking pretty good for playoffs. I hope you guys enjoyed. And I will see you next time. Peace.